Good morning, everyone. We were learning the sixth chapter, that is circles. In that, we have learned many of the basic points, and also we have learned some of the theorems. Two theorems we have learned and solved practice at 6.1. And now moving for the properties of the congruent chord, in that which first theorem we solved in the previous class. Just once we'll revise that theorem, then we'll move for the second theorem, and then for the practice at 6.2. So what does the first theorem or the property of the congruent chord says?
Hello, ma'am.
OQ is here. OQ is perpendicular to segment CD. And OP is perpendicular to segment AB. So here AP is equal to PB is equal to half the length of AB. So AP is equal to PB is equal to half the length of AB. Let us assume this as the first equation, and CQ is equal to DQ, which is half the length of CD. So if AB and CD are congruent, then their half are also equal here. If AB and CD are congruent, that means their half are also equal here. So when AB is congruent to CD, then we say that AB is equal to CD, then half of AB is equal to half of CD. So let this be third from 1, 2, and 3. Equation. So what we'll get? AP is equal to PB, which is equal to CQ, which is equal to DQ, which is equal to half the AB, and which is equal to half of the CD. So I will write here, that is AP is equal to PB is equal to CQ is equal to QD is equal to half the length of AB is equal to half the length of CD. When we observe the triangle, here the triangle APO and triangle DQO. Here angle APO is congruent to the angle DQO. So here we'll write that in triangle APO and triangle DQO, angle APO is congruent to angle DQO. So here AO or OA, AO is congruent to OD because these are the radii of the circle. Both are the radii, and the radii of the same circle are congruent. So we can write AO is congruent to OD. So here AP is congruent to QD because from the right hypotenuse side, what we can write here? AP is congruent to QD. So in triangle APO and triangle DQO, we can say triangle APO is congruent to triangle DQO because segment OP is congruent to segment OQ. Here segment OP is congruent to OQ by corresponding sides of a congruent triangle. These are the corresponding sides of a congruent triangle. If they are congruent, then they are also equal. So we can write that segment OP is congruent to segment OQ. If they are congruent, then they are also equal. So segment OP is equal to segment OQ. So here we have just revised the first theorem which we learned in the previous class. Moving for the second theorem. What does second theorem says here? The chord of a circle equidistant from the center of the circle are congruent. It means that the chords which are at equal distance from the center of the circle are congruent. What does the theorem say? The chord of a circle equidistant from the center of the circle are congruent. So what is the given here? O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. A, B and CD are the two chords, and OP is perpendicular to the chord AB and OQ is perpendicular to the chord CD here. So first we'll write the given, that is O is the center of circle. A, B and CD are the two chords. Are the two chords. So what we have to prove? We have to prove that chord AB is congruent to chord CD, because the chords of the circle equidistant from the center of the circle are congruent. So what we have to prove? That chord AB is congruent to chord CD. To prove that is chord AB is congruent to chord CD. So construction. OP is perpendicular to chord AB segment. OP is perpendicular to the chord AB and OQ is perpendicular to the chord CD. OP is perpendicular, segment OP is perpendicular to the chord AB and segment OQ is perpendicular to the chord CD. Next, what we are going to do? We'll draw the segment OA, we'll join this segment OA and OD. We'll draw or join segment OA here and OD. Now, observe the triangle OPA and OQD. The triangle OPA and OQD. So what we'll observe in this right angle triangle OPA and triangle OQD, hypotenuse OA is equal to the hypotenuse OD in the triangle. When we observe the triangle OPA and OQD, OD is hypotenuse for the triangle OQD and OA is also hypotenuse here. So in triangle OPA and triangle OQD, hypotenuse OA is congruent to hypotenuse OA is congruent to OD because they are the radii of the same circle. These are the radii of the same circle and the radii of the same circle are congruent. So we can write the reason that they are the radii of the same circle. Segment, we'll write here segment OA is congruent to segment OD. These are the hypotenuse OA and OD. Now triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OQD. OPA is congruent to triangle OPD. What is the reason? Because from the right hypotenuse side or from the right hypotenuse theorem, what does it say? It says that two angles of, when we say about this, two angles of a two triangular right angle and the hypotenuse is also equal, then and one side is also equal, then then the two triangles are congruent. So here we can say that triangle OPA and triangle OPA and OQD are congruent. Here AP is the segment. AP is equal to half the length of AB. This is AP. It is half the length of chord AB. Here AP is equal to, it is half the length of AB, and in the same way DQ or QD, it is half the length of CD. Because what is the reason here? AP is half the length of AB and QD is half the length of CD. Here OQ and OP are the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle and they are going to bisect the chord. They have bisected the chord in the form of AP and PB here, and here they have bisected the chord CD as CQ and QD. So when we take the half part of this, it is the half part of the full length of AB and CD. So here we have written, therefore we can say segment AP is equal to segment AP. Here it is equal to the QD therefore we can say that segment AB is congruent to segment CD. When their half are equal here, when we show that AP is equal to QD, these are the half the length of AB and this is half the length of CD. When we show that their half are equal, then we can show that the segment, these two segments, that is these two chords are equal or these two chords are congruent. So once taking the two theorems, the first one, what is a congruent chord of a circle are equidistant from the center of the circle, and from this what we learned that the chords of a circle equidistant from the center of the circle are congruent. Hence we have proved that what was asked to prove, chord AB is congruent to chord CD, and we have proved that chord AB is congruent to chord CD. Moving for the solved example from your textbook. In the figure here, O is the center of the circle and AB is equal to CD. If OP is equal to 4 cm, find the length of OQ. O is the center of the circle, AB and CD are the two chords. OP is 4 cm. If OP is 4 cm, we have to find the length of OQ. O is the center of the circle, AB and CD are the two chords. OP is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord AB, and OQ is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord CD. If the measure of OP is 4 cm, if the length of OP is 4 cm, what is the length of OQ? So here O is the center. Chord AB. They have told that chord AB is equal to chord CD. It is chord AB is congruent to chord CD. It is given. OP is perpendicular to chord AB. OP, segment OP is perpendicular to the chord AB, and OQ is perpendicular to the chord CD. If OP is 4 centimeter, OP is 4 centimeter, it means that distance of AB from the center O is 4 centimeter. The distance of AB from the center is 4 centimeter. From center O is 4 centimeter. So the congruent chords of a circle are equidistant from the center of the circle. So if OP is 4 centimeter away, if AB is 4 centimeter away from the center of the circle, then CD is also 4 centimeter away from the center. So here the reason will write the theorem. The congruent chords of a circle are equidistant from the center of the circle. If OP is 4 centimeter, then OQ is also 4 centimeter. OQ is also 4 centimeter. So practice set 6.2, page number 82, practice set 6.2. First question is given here. Radius of circle is 10 centimeter. There are two chords of length 16 centimeter each. What will be the distance of these chords from the center of the circle? Radius of the circle is given, which is 10 centimeter. There are two chords of length 16 centimeter each. Here O is the center of the circle. PQ and RS are the two chords of the length 16 centimeter. This is also of 16 centimeter. This is also of 16 centimeter. Radius of the circle is 10 centimeter. Here OR and OP is the radius of the circle, which is of 10 centimeter. OR is of 10 centimeter and OP is also of 10 centimeter. What we have to find? What will be the distance of chords from the center of the circle? This we have to find. OB and OA. Length of OB and OA we have to find. So O is the center. Of circle. PQ and RS are the two chords. Two chords. So length, what is the length given here? There are two chords of length 16 centimeter. So PQ is equal to RS is equal to 16 centimeter. Radius is given. What is the radius here? OR and OP. OP is equal to OR is equal to, radius is given as 10 centimeter. So we have to find the distance of the chord from the center of the circle. So we know that OA is perpendicular to chord PQ. OA is perpendicular segment. OA is perpendicular to the chord PQ here, or the segment PQ. OB is perpendicular to the chord RS. OA is perpendicular to the chord PQ, and OB is perpendicular to the chord RS. So these are the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle, which are going to bisect the chord. OB is going to bisect the chord RS, and OA is going to bisect the chord PQ. So when this bisects the chord, PA, it is going to bisect the chord PQ in the form of PA and AQ. So PA, AQ, both are the half the length of PQ. So PA is equal to AQ is equal to half the length of PQ. How much it is? PQ is equal to RS is equal to 16 centimeter. So here 16 will get here as 8. PA is equal to AQ is equal to 8 centimeters. This we got. The length of PA we got. The length of OP we have. Now we have to find the length of OA. So when we observe the triangle OAP, observe the triangle OAP, it is a right angle triangle, that is it is of 90 degree. So by using the Pythagoras theorem, so from triangle OAP, by Pythagoras theorem, what we'll get? OP square is equal to OA square plus PA square. OP is the hypotenuse here. So OP square is equal to OA square plus PA square. What is the measure of OP here? Length of OP, it is 10 square. OA we have to find, it remains as it is, plus the length of PA, how much it is? PA is 8 square. So 10 square, 100 is equal to OA square plus 8 square is 64. Plus 64 shifted this side becomes minus 64 is equal to OA square. 100 minus 64 is 36 is equal to OA square. We can write OA square is equal to 36. That is OA is equal to under root 36. So OA is equal to, we'll get 6 centimeter. Now see, both the chords are of equal length. PQ is congruent to RS. Both the chords, RS and PQ, both are of the same length here, that is of the 16 centimeter. So first we'll write that PQ is congruent to chord RS which is 16 centimeter. Congruent chords are equidistant from the center. Congruent chords are equidistant from the center. If OA is 6 centimeter, then OB is also 6 centimeter. When OA is 6 centimeter, OB is also 6 centimeter. So here we'll write, we have got OA. So OA is equal to OB is equal to 6 centimeter. So what was asked to find? Distance of the chord from the center of the circle. This OB and OA was asked to find, which is 6 centimeter. Second question from the practice set 6.2. In a circle with radius 13 centimeter, two equal chords are at a distance of 5 centimeter. From the center, find the length of the chords. Radius is given as 13 centimeter. Two equal chords are there at a distance of 5 centimeter. We have to find the length of the chords. O is the center of the circle. AB and CD are the two chords. AB and CD are the two chords. O is the center of the circle. ON is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle on the chord CD. OM is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord AB. So we have to find the length of the chord here. OC and OA are the radius of this circle. O is the center of circle. AB and CD. Two chords are equal. They have told that equal chords. Okay. AB and CD are two equal chords. That means here we'll write AB is equal to CD. OC and OA are the radius. OA and OC are the radius of circle. So OA is equal to, what is the radius? It is 13 centimeter. We have to distance of the chord. ON is given. Distance of the chord from center. It is 5 centimeter. We have to find the length of the chord. So here OM is perpendicular to the chord AB and ON is perpendicular to the chord CD. Now observe the triangle OCN. When we observe the triangle OCN, angle ONC is of 90 degree. Angle ONC is of 90 degree. So in triangle OCN, measure of angle ONC is 90 degree. So by Pythagoras theorem, OC square is equal to ON square plus CN square. OC square, OC is the hypotenuse. OC square is equal to ON square plus CN square. So here OA is equal to OC is equal to 13 centimeter. So this will be of 13 square. Then ON, what is ON? ON is the distance of the chord from the center of the circle, which is 5 centimeter. So this is 5 square plus CN square remains as it is. We need to find CN square. Thirteen square is 169 is equal to 5 square will be 25 plus CN square 169 as it is. minus 25 shifted this side becomes minus 25 is equal to Cn square. So 169 minus 25 is 144 is equal to Cn square. So we can write that Cn square is equal to 144. Cn is equal to under root 144, which is Cn is equal to, will get 12 centimeter. So when Cn here, Cn is 12 centimeter, Cn we got as 12 centimeter. But what is this? We got the half. What is asked us to find here? We have to find the length of the chords. We have to find the length. We got the Cn. We need to find the length of CD. We got only Cn. So the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord, it is going to bisect the chord. It is going to bisect the chord in the form of Cn and CD, ND. So it is going to bisect the chord into Cn. Cn is equal to ND is equal to half the length of CD. So we have Cn here. So Cn is equal to half the length of CD. What is the value of Cn here? 12. Half the length of CD. So this 2 will go this side. 12 into 2 is equal to CD. So 12 2s are 24 is equal to CD. So the measure of CD we can write here as 24 centimeter. So AB is equal to CD is equal to 24 centimeter. If CD is 24 centimeter, okay. If CD is 24 centimeter, AB is also 24 centimeter, because they have told that equal chords, two equal chords are there. CD and AB are the equal chords. When we say that CD is of 24 centimeter, then AB is also of 24 centimeter. So here the length of the two chords AB and CD is 24 centimeters. Third question from your practice set. Segment PM and PN are congruent chords of a circle with center C. Show that ray PC is the bisector of angle NPM. PM and PN. Segment PM and PN are the two congruent chords. These two are the congruent chords with the center C. When the PC ray passes through this, it is going to bisect the angle NPM. We have to show this. As it is asked us to show here. Show here. So let us write the given first. C is the center of the circle. Segment PM and PN are the two congruent chords. So PM is congruent to PN. What we have to prove? We have to prove that ray PC is the bisector of angle NPM. PC is the bisector of angle NPM. Proof. In triangle PCM, see, observe the triangles now. PCM and triangle PCN. PM is equal to, or the PM is congruent to PN, as it is given these two are the congruent chords. PM and PN are congruent in triangle PCM. Triangle PCM and triangle PCN. PM is congruent to PN. These two are the congruent chords. So PM is congruent to PN, as it is given here in the question, because these two are the congruent chords. So the reason we'll write it is given in the question. Then PC. PC is congruent to PC because it is a common side for both the triangles, for the triangle PCM and for the triangle PCN. PC is the common side for both the triangles. So we can say PC is congruent to segment PC because common side of both the triangle. Both triangles. Then CM is congruent to CN. CM is congruent to CN. What is the reason? They are the radius of the circle. They are the radii of the same circle. So from the SSS postulate or the congruent criteria, we can say from SSS test, we can say that triangle PCM is congruent to triangle PCN. If these two are congruent, then their angles are also congruent. So angle MPC is congruent to angle NPC. So if they are congruent, then they are also equal. If these two are congruent, that means they are also equal by the corresponding angles of the congruent triangles. So angle MPC is equal to angle NPC by congruent angles of corresponding angles of congruent triangles. So we can say that ray PC bisects angle NPM. So here we have solved the practice set 6.2 and the solved example and the theorems also. We have seen the properties of the congruent chords in that theorems we have seen. That is, the first theorem is the congruent chords of the circle are equidistant from the center of the circle, and the chords of a circle equidistant from the center of the circle are congruent. Then we solved one solved example from the textbook. Then completed practice at 6.2. All the 3 questions are solved here. So first question, second and third. So the next point we'll learn in the next class. We'll stop here now. Thank you. Hello, Sneha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I have completed my class, ma'am.
Have you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.